Hey everyone, Paul Benedict here with the Benedict Group at Keller Williams Realty Las Vegas. It's Tuesday, October 11th. I'm thrilled to give you a market statistics update report for the month of September. Now, things have been changing drastically and rapidly in Las Vegas. At the end of last month, it appeared that things are changing yet again. Let's dive in and I'll show you exactly why. For the past several months, I've been mentioning that the inventory has skyrocketed in comparison to where we were earlier this year. Last month, I said we'd eclipse the 10,000 houses for sale mark, and look where we are as of last night, 10,034. This is a good thing, though. We aren't still skyrocketing in terms of more inventory. We're kind of potentially stabilizing out a little bit. So we hope that this becomes a trend and we kind of plateau around that 10,000 houses for sale mark. Now, I say this almost every single month. To have a balanced market, we need even more houses than that for sale. Our city has 2.3 million people in it. We should have about 23,000 houses for sale in order to establish a balanced market. We still have only half of that, less than half of that. So although it feels more like a buyer's market out there, since there's a lot more to choose from, it's still decidedly a seller's market. We're still getting between 95 and 98% of the asking price for houses. And the average days on market, as you'll see in a moment, is only 25 days. So it's still a seller's market, although it is stabilizing out. There's a little bit of interest rate shock going on, as I like to call it. That's part of the reason why things have changed so drastically. In addition to the 10,000 houses for sale here, we have another 2,720 houses in play in the market that are under contract with buyers, just awaiting closing. So there are closer to 13,000 houses in play currently. Now, of course, some of these will fall out of escrow, but the majority of them will close escrow. Sales volume is the number that the media has been pouncing on. The fact that we're only selling 24 to 2,600-ish houses a month, that's the reason that the media is saying the sky's falling and that the market's crashing. This is a far cry from even where we were just a year ago, where we sold double that amount, about 4,000, 5,000 houses. So the fact that fewer houses are selling is not great, but I believe that's due to two things. And I mentioned interest rate shock. 6.5% to 7% rate is shocking to a lot of people because, well, what have we been experiencing for the past few years? High twos, low threes. Now, not saying 6.5 is bad. By no means at all is it bad. If you look back 30 years in history, the average rate is about 9% in America over the past 30 years. So anything under 9 is theoretically a good rate. However, 6%, 7% is double what we experienced for the past few years. That's why there's interest rate shock. And that's actually knocked out a lot of the first-time home buyers from being able to afford a house. The interest rate changing affects the monthly payment far more than the prices of houses changing by about $10,000, $20,000. The other factor that's affecting the sales volume, causing this low number, is simply that prices are quite high. And the median price, as we'll see in a moment, is just unaffordable for a lot of the first-time home buyers. If you divide the number of houses that are for sale by how many sold last month, we arrive at a 4-month absorption rate. In other words, it would take 4 months to sell every house that we have for sale now, which technically is approaching a balanced market, right at the cusp of a balanced market. 4 to 6 months of inventory is balanced, according to most economists. This is a new slide that I'm really happy to unveil. So I spent some time figuring out the average days on market for the past couple of years. I went back to January of 19. This is pre-COVID. I wanted to show you that although it seems like houses are sitting forever on the market, 25 days, it's not that long. 25 days before an offer is received and accepted. So if you go back in time, right before COVID happened, 33 days, 32 days, that was what we were experiencing, and that's not terrible at all. I mean, a typical real estate listing contract with a seller is a 6-month contract. It's because historically, properties being marketed for 4 to 6 months before they sell was certainly not out of the ordinary. We have jumped up quite a bit, though. You do see that 6 days here and here. That's just insanity. That's pandemonium. That's not good. That means that some houses are selling in 1 day, and many houses got multiple offers the first day. So we're approaching a little bit more balance here. This is a great thing. 25 days. Average. My favorite slide is the median price slide. So this is a fact. This is nothing about opinions or fact from the MLS, right? So every house that sold last month, that's a detached residential house that's sold with a realtor. And about, if I had to guess, I'd say 99% of houses sell with realtors through the MLS. In the greater Las Vegas area, the median price is $450. And look, it's the same as August. Now let's check out what that means in relation to last year. It's 10% up from 1 year ago. So 10% appreciation from last September to this September. From last month to this month, it's the same. If we look at condos and townhouses, the median price there is $271, and that's up 18%. If you look at all property types, that's single family, condos, townhouses, and manufactured homes, we arrive at a median and sales price of $420, and that's up 11% from last year. And that increased from last month, guys. That increased. And girls, we use that number to compare ourselves with the national median home price. So last month, the nation reported a median sales price of $390, and we use that in relation to our August number of $415. Out of the properties that sold last month, all 2,700-ish of them, 26% were cash buyers, and a good percentage of those were investors, and some are owner-occupants as well. As of the end of September, 1,187 properties sold that were over $1 million, and will most likely eclipse the 2021 number here as well. I want to thank you sincerely for watching, and please send me a message or ask me if I can do any comps for your house. I can tell you what it's worth in today's market, and we can discuss if this is a good time to buy or sell, and I can help you understand what your house might be worth. So please utilize my experience. As always, it's a pleasure sharing these numbers and facts and figures with you. See you next month. Paul Benedict signing off. Thank you.